Okay, welcome once again. In our previous lecture, we discussed about the topic of chemical vapor deposition. And today, we will discuss on the topic of spin coating. If some time is remaining, so we will start the new topic, that is deep coating, but we will plan to cover the entire topic of spin coating today itself. So what is mean by spin coating and why this procedure is important during the preparation of thin film? So the spin coating is a procedure used to deposit uniform thin film onto a flat substrate. Okay, so this is also one of the type of system to deposit a sample onto a substrate or flat substrate. Okay, but the word that is spin, you have to remember that particular word, that is the spin. This word is very much important, that is spin. Okay, it means whenever we are going to deposit any kind of sample, that is the sample which is present in the form of liquid solution, and if we deposit some part of drop cast onto that particular substrate, so that substrate is attached onto the coater machine, okay, or we can say that the spinner machine. Okay, so simultaneously that substrate are rotated in very uh, highly rotation speed. Okay, so the spin coating is a procedure used to deposit uniform thin films onto flat substrate. So usually a small amount of coating material is applied on the center of the substrate. So we can say that the substrate may be maybe a silicon vapor, maybe a polymer vapor. Okay, so substrate may be used as a glass also. Okay, and if we use as a substrate such as a glass, or we can say that polymer, we can say that a silicon vapor. So that kind of substrate we can use. That kind of substrate we are used to deposit a thin layer by using the thin film by using the spin coating machine. Okay, which is either spinning at low speed or not spinning at all. Okay, so as per our choice, as per our interest, if we need a thick layer of film, so we will rotate that spin coating machine very low rate. Okay, so spinning at low speed means what? If we rotate that spin coating machine in a low speed rate, that is the 500 rotation per minute, 1000 rotation per minute, so the deposition rate is very less. Okay, so the deposition rate is very less, and if the spin coating time or rotation time is very high, the substrate is then rotated at the speed of up to 10,000 rotation per minute. So the speed of that rotation is very tremendous, very highly. Okay, and due to that reason, the speed of that coating material is very smoothly. And why that coating was happening very smoothly? Due to the centrifugal force. Due to the centrifugal force. So as you know, you are during the 11 12 class time, you already aware about the centrifugal force. So the centrifugal force is nothing but a force, is the apparent outward force on a particular mass when it is rotated. Okay, whenever if we rotated the object, So the apparent outward force is applicable onto that particular mass. Okay, so this is nothing but a centrifugal force. Okay, so a machine used for spin coating, any type of machine are used for the spin coating purposes, that is called a spin coater. Okay, that is called a spin coater. It means any kind of system, any kind of machines are used for the purpose of spin coating. So that machine or that system is nothing but a spin coater, or simply we can say that a spinner. Okay, simply we can say that a spinner. So this is the basic information and definition of spin coating. Okay, so rotation is a very important key point inside the topic of spin coating, because without rotation we cannot deposit any kind of material onto that particular substrate. Okay, so rotation is continue while the fluid spins off the edges of that particular substrate. Okay, so I will show you one images as well as video for the better understanding purposes. Okay, so until the desired thickness of the film is achieved. Okay, so it means that you can simply running and running of that particular machine, and you have to simply rotate it that particular substrate as per your choice of the thickness achieved or not yet. Okay, if the particular thickness is achieved, or we can say that as per our choice the thickness, for example we are planning to deposit a 10 nanometer to 100 nanometer thickness of that particular solution onto the substrate. So you have to rotate that machine very quickly, very fastly. Okay, so as per your choice you can spin that machine, okay, you can spin rotation, you can continue that particular rotation. Okay, so the applied solvent is usually volatile. Applied solvent is usually volatile and simultaneously evaporates. So which type of solution you can use? The solution, it may be a volatile, or solvent, it may be a volatile. Volatile means the solvent, volatile means what? The substance can be evaporate naturally. Okay, volatile means the substance, okay, or the solution or solvent is a volatile means that type of material, that type of substance are eventually evaporate naturally. Okay, it means within the atmospheric condition, within the atmospheric nature, that kind of system can evaporate. That is the volatile substance or solvents are required. Okay, the higher the angular speed of spinning, the thinner the thin film. Okay, this sentence is very much important, that the higher the angular speed of spinning. Okay, if suppose this is the spin coater, and if we deposit a drop cast onto the center point, and if the spin coating machine was rotated in anti-clockwise direction with the speed rate of we can say that 5000 rpm. Okay, so if we decrease the rotation speed, so the thickness is increases. Okay, thickness is increases means if the lower the angular speed, if the lower the angular speed of that particular spinning, the thicker the film. Okay, and the higher the angular speed of spinning, the thinner the film. Okay, it means if you enhance the rotation speed, the film may be made very thinly. Okay, very thinly. The thickness of the film also depends on the viscosity, and we can say that concentration of solution and the solvent. Okay, so thickness is also matter, it depends on the viscosity of that particular solvent or solution, concentration of solution and the solvent. Okay, so these are the important information or parameters of spin coating system. So I will show you one animated videos for the better understanding purposes. Okay, so look it into this video. This video is represent the spin coating machine. Okay, this is the spin coating machine, and where the particular substrate is deposited onto that spin coater system. Okay, so you have to watch that particular video carefully. Now the one drop cast was put onto that substrate, and the spin coating system or spinner are continuously working or rotating in anti-clockwise direction with very high rotation, or we can say that very high RPM, rotation per minute. Look at here, one drop cast are put onto that substrate. Okay, with the high RPM rate. Once again, look it onto that carefully. Okay, so I will show you the substrate is this one only. This is your substrate. Okay, so we can say that this is the silicon substrate. Okay, and this is the one hole of that system. Okay, and from where we are deposited or we are drop casted onto that substrate. Okay, so we are simply put it one drop cast here by using the injection, or we can say that by using the micropipette. Okay, and if we put the drop cast onto that substrate, and if the spin coater is on, so this system is continuously rotated with very high RPM. Okay, and due to that reason, with the help of centrifugal force, that drop cast was travels towards all the direction with the uniform rate. Okay, with the uniform rate, and due to that reason, the uniform thin layer was spreaded onto that substrate in this way. Okay, due to the centrifugal force. Okay, in this way. Okay, so I will start once again the video. So look it there carefully in this way. Okay, so according to the animated videos, the spin coating is performed in 4 steps. Okay, so first step is the deposition, second step is the spin up, third one is the spin off, and last one is the evaporation. Okay, so as shown in figure, look at into that figure. Look it into that figure. Okay, so this figure indicates that in primarily we are simply deposited one single drop cast onto that spin coater. Okay, and after that the drop bubble was simply deposited in the small area onto that particular substrate. Okay, and substrate are mounted onto the whole area of that particular spin coater, or as per the our requirement of substrate. If we are planning to make a 1 centimeter by 1 centimeter substrate, and if we make that 1 centimeter by 1 centimeter substrate, and if we plan to deposit a solution by using the spin coating machine, so we simply mounted that substrate here in this way, and after that we simply put it one drop cast here, and that the drop cast was deposited onto that substrate. Okay, but not uniformly spreaded onto that substrate. So in second stage, or we can say that the second stage, we simply started the spin coating machine. Okay, so whenever if we start the spin coating machine, the material is deposited onto the turntable and then spin up. Okay, and then the system was started, and whenever the system was started, the spin up coater or spin coating system was highly rotated with the rate of 5000 or more than 5000 rpm. Okay, it means this is the very tremendous speed which is rotated via anti-clockwise direction. Okay, that is the spinner. And after that, if we spin off that particular system at the same time, what will happen? This particular drop which we have deposited onto the substrate, that is uniformly spreaded. Look at here in this third stage. Okay, so that drop cast are uniformly spreaded, and we can say that the applied solution on the turntable is distributed via due to the centrifugal force. Okay, so high spinning speed result the thinning of the layer. Okay, if we increase the rpm rate, rpm means rate per minute, or we can say that rotation per minute. rpm means rotation per minute, and if we apply high rotation per minute, so that the layer was created very thinning of the layer. Okay, so this stage is followed by drying of the applied layer, and after if we stop the spin coater, it means the third stage, if we spin off that spin coater, so after that the evaporation was started. Okay, and with the help of evaporation, the substrate was dried, fully dried. We can say that by using the evaporation process, we can drying the sample. Okay, so uniform evaporation of the solvent is possible because a rapid rotation, and due to the rapid rotation, the spin coater machine was little bit heated, and that heat transfer through that particular heat was transferred through the substrate, and due to that heat, the liquid solution was evaporated, and very thick and dry substrate was we can obtain. Okay, so high volatile components are removed from the substrate because the evaporation or simply drying, and the low volatile components of the solution remains on the surface of the substrate. Okay, so high volatile substance are required. If high volatile substrate are there, so it can easily dry, it can easily evaporate the solution. And if the low type of volatile components are available there, so it is difficult to remove the substrate. Okay, and it is difficult to dry that particular substrate. So this is the working condition of spin coating system. So thickness of the deposited layer is controlled by the viscosity and coating solution and the speed of the rotation. Okay, so according to the all the process, if we need a very thin layer of a thin film, so we can control a viscosity of that particular coating solution and speed of rotation. If we decrease the speed of rotation, so it's simultaneously increasing the thickness, and if we increase the speed of rotation, so the thickness was decreases and it moves towards the thinning layer. Okay, so the rotation speed of rotation is vice versa of thickness. Okay, rotation speed is the vice versa of thickness. So keep in your mind that if you increase the rotation of the particular speed of that spin coater, the thickness is decreases, and if you decrease the speed of rotation, the thickness is increases. So this is the all about the working parameter of thin film. Now look it into the images how the spin coating system exactly look like. Okay, if you visit the laboratory at which is placed at the Department of Physics Savitribai Phule Pune University, or if you visit in our department also, the spin coater system is available. Okay, and how the spin coating system is look like in this way, or this is the your substrate, and onto that substrate you can deposit a drop cast by using the micropipette or injection. Okay, so variable parameters is what? Inside the spin coater, variable parameters is what? That is the spin speed. Okay, it means you can manage a spin by using the digital meter. You can increase or decrease the speed. Okay, you can increase or decrease the speed, and this is the whole system can rotate by manually by digital way. Okay, and you can accelerate the system as well, that is the variable parameters. Okay, and this is the schema, this is the image which is look like from the upward direction, and if you look that particular image in the front side, so this is the picture which is look like in this way, and this is the silicon vapor which is mounted into that spin coater, and if we can deposit a drop cast here in this way, and if we start the spin coater system, so that is rotated very high RPM rate, rotation per minute rate. Okay, so this is the spin coating machine looks like. Now spin coating thickness equation. Okay, so how we can calculate the thickness, and how which equation we are going to use for the spin coating thickness purposes. So in general, the thickness of the spin coated film is proportional to the inverse of the spin speed square. Okay, the thickness of the spin coated, okay, thickness of the spin coated film is proportional to inverse of the spin speed squared, that is T is directly proportional to 1 upon under root omega. Okay, so T is the thickness here, this T is represent the thickness, and omega is the angular velocity. Okay, so this is the equation we can use to study the thickness or to calculate the thickness. Okay, so this is the thickness equation of spin coating. Okay, so this means that film that is a spoon at 4 times the speed will be half as the thickness. And a spin curve can also be calculated from the above equation. It means this equation, and we can draw a graph in this way. Okay, so a spin curve can also be calculated by using the given equation, and we can obtain such kind of graph. Okay, so look at here, the y-axis indicates a thickness in terms of nanometer, and x-axis indicates a spin speed in terms of rotation per minute. Okay, so this is x-axis indicates a 1000, 2000, 3000, 4000, 6000, 7000, and up to 8000. Okay, and if the rotation speed is only 500 RPM, so look at here, the thickness of the thin film is very high. Okay, that is the 180 nanometer we can observe here. Okay, and if you increase the spin rate, if you increase the spin speed or spin rate in terms of rotation per minute, and if you increase the spin rate up to 1000 RPM, so we can obtain here the 90 nanometer thickness. Look it here, approximately or at around 90 nanometer. And here, if you increase the spin rate at 2000 rpm, so we obtain a thickness at around 60 nanometer. Look it here in this zone. Okay, and the 5000 rpm we found that 40 nanometer thickness. Here, look at here. If you increase the rpm rate, okay, so we can found that the thickness is or approximately at around 40 nanometer. And if you increase up to 10,000 nanometer, so you obtain up to the range of, in this way, up to the range of 20 nanometer approximately. Okay, so that graph we can calculate by using this equation. This is the spin coating thickness equation, and for that purposes you need only a angular velocity speed, and you can obtain that speed by using the spin coater machine. Okay, that spin coater machine, there is a digital machine, okay, and there is a digital panel is also available as like a digital watch. Okay, and automatically there is mentioned the rate of spin coating and angular velocity. And if you use that angular velocity, so 1 upon under root omega, if you put it that omega value, so you can calculate the thickness. Okay, so the exact thickness of a film will depend upon the material concentration. Keep in your mind that the exact thickness of a film will be depend upon the material concentration and solvent evaporation rate. Okay, solvent evaporation rate means which in turn depends upon the solvent viscosity, vapor pressure, temperature, local humidity. Okay, so solvent evaporation is also plays a very crucial role here. Okay, so material concentration means how much amount of solvent, sorry, how much amount of solid you are deposited into the solvent, and how the solution you are prepared. Okay, so this is all about the thickness purposes. This parameter plays a very crucial role, and so for this reason spin thickness curve for new inks and are most commonly determined empirically. Okay, so this is the spin coating thickness equation which you can use for the calculation of thickness purposes. So what are the applications of spin coating application? Okay, spin coating system, what are the main applications which is emitted by the spin coating system? Okay, so number one is the technique can be used to coat small substrate. Okay, it means we can use very less amount of substrate also, that is the 0.5 centimeter by 0.5 centimeter, or we can say that the 5 mm by 5 mm also. It means the technique can be used to coat small substrate, that is from a few mm square. Okay, or flat panel TV which might be meter or more than diameter. Okay, so we can use maximum flat panel TV. Okay, it may be a some amount of meter, that is 40 meter or a 40 diameter in this way. Okay, and minimum size of the substrate we can use as a few mm square. Okay, that is the 5 mm in this direction and 5 mm in this direction, that is the one side plus one side, that is the square, that is the few mm square. Okay, so it is used for coating substrate with everything from photoresist, insulator, organic semiconductor, synthetic metals, nanomaterials, metals and metal oxide precursor, transparent conducting oxide, and many more materials. Okay, so we can coat this kind of materials also. It is possible to coating substrate with everything from this kind of substrate. Okay, this type of substrate. So in short, we can say that it is ubiquitous throughout the semiconductor and nanotechnology and research and development industry sectors. Okay, it is the widely ubiquitous means the widely used in the variety or different direction also. Okay, so these are the application of spin coater. Now the advantages. What are the advantages and disadvantages of spin coating system? Okay, so that the advantages of spin coating are the simplicity. Okay, it means it is very simple system. Spin coating system is very simple system, and we can manually develop that spin coating system. Okay, so if the technique is not available, inside the laboratory, and if we remove the CPU fan, okay, if we remove the CPU fan, that is the raw fan, we can say that any one of the CPU is damaged and that is not properly working, that particular CPU, and if we remove that cooling CPU fan, and if we put it the substrate onto that CPU fan, and if we push that wire into the electric circuit board, so that CPU fan was rotated very quickly. Okay, and it means the spinning was started. It means the spinning was started, so that substrate was, if we dip any kind of drop cast onto that particular substrate, so this uniform coating can be possible. Okay, it means it is very simplicity. Spin coating are the simplicity and relatively easy with which a process can be set up, coupled with the thin and uniform coating that can be achieved. Okay, so due to the ability to have high spin speed, the high airflow leads to fast drying times, which is turns result in highly consistency at both macroscopic as well as nano length scale. Okay, so at this rate of high rotation per minute, the spin coating system itself dry a particular substrate. Okay, itself that spin coater system can dry a particular substrate because of the rotate RPM ratio. Okay, and due to the high spin speeds, the high airflow leads to fast drying times. This sentence. Okay, so that this is the advantages of spin coating system, and the disadvantages is the spin coating is that it is an inherently batch, that is the single substrate, we can deposit a single layer only. Okay, it is difficult to deposit a uniform layer of any other product or any other material also, means only single layer we can deposit here. If we plan to deposit one more substance layer, so it is difficult because somewhere the part is not achieved perfectly, or uniform speed cannot be possible here. Okay, so the spin coating is that it is inherently batch or single substrate process, and therefore has a relatively low throughput compared to roll process. Okay, so this is the one disadvantages up to this point. The fast drying times can also lead to lower performance for some particular nanotechnologies. Okay, so sometimes it is difficult to dry very quickly, so it needs a more time. Okay, it needs a high fast drying times can also lead to lower performance of some particular nanotechnologies. Okay, so which require time to time self assemble and crystallize. And final disadvantages is that the actual material usage in a spin coating process is typically very low, at around 10% or less, and with rest being flung off the side and wasted. And with list, okay, whilst this is not usually an issue for research environment, and we can say that it is clearly wasteful for manufacturing. Okay, so this is the disadvantages of thin film coating system. I hope that it might be clear all the concept of spin coating system. I hope that you might be enjoy the spin coating system.